All right, my friends. I'm going to start it off standing today to mix it up a little bit. So what I want you to do is just firmly root yourself down to your yoga mat. Let your hands come down to your sides. Loosen up your fingers. Maybe rock back and forth on the bottoms of your feet if you're feeling like you just need a bit of movement before you root down. And you can close the eyes, lower the gaze. You can find some stillness when you're ready. And just as we do when we're seated, I want you to bring your awareness to your breath. Drawing in through your nose. Feeling your belly expand. Feeling the lungs expand. Feeling the chest expand. Letting go of anything that's happened today. Anything that you still have to do today. And just bringing your full awareness to your mat, to your practice, to your breath. Hopefully you're enjoying the sounds around me or around yourself. We've got the lake in the background here and the trees. There's quite a breeze. And maybe you have some music playing or you're outside listening to the birds. When you're ready, we'll start to take the head and the neck in circles. We'll change directions when you're ready. Beautiful. Bringing the head back to center and drawing the hands together at the heart. Just let the chin fall down to the chest. And then with the inhale, we'll send the arms up overhead, keeping the palms together. We'll just reach overhead. And then come to a little side bend, either side, moon pose. Back to center. And then the other side. Back to center, press the hands away. Bring them back together, drop the chin. Inhale them up. Side bend. Center. Other side. Center, press the arms away. And bring them all the way to your hips. Just lift the feet now. Maybe widen your stance a little bit. And we're gonna do some 4-point hip circles. So we're just gonna bring the hips forward into the right, forward into the left, back into the left, back into the right. So we're hitting 4 spots as we loosen up the pelvis. Like making a square, right, with the hips. And then coming back to center and then making the square in the other direction. So I'm gonna go right forward and then right back. Left back, left forward. So same action, just rotating in the opposite way. Perfect. All right, take one last time around and then come back to the center. Take the feet even wider, bring the hands to the thighs, and we're gonna roll one shoulder and then the other. Stretching through the back, the ribs, the lower back. Just loosening ourselves up here. Perfect. Coming back to center. And keeping that nice wide stance and maybe pointing the toes out towards the corners of your yoga mat. And then we're going to draw up the arms into a big X pose. Holding here, but keep your breath flowing. And then we're gonna take opposite hand. So I'm gonna take left hand, cross the body to right shin. Inhale up to our X. Exhale down, other side. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. One last time. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up last time and release. Bring the arms down, open up the chest. Bring the hands all the way in behind, interlace the fingers behind you. So they're looking like this. Draw the knuckles down and open up the chest and the heart space. Soften the knees, so put a little bend in them. And start to hinge forward at the hips. Bringing the arms up and in behind. Now if this is too much for you, keeping the arms like this, just bring them to the hips and hinge forward. Rooting down through the feet. Tuck the chin, roll yourself back up. Press yourself all the way back up. Beautiful. Release the hands and let's take the left right across the chest. You can always rotate through the wrist here. And we can take the head and turn it away from the hand. We'll take the other side across. And we'll turn the head away from the hand. Perfect. Let's take the shoulders. We're just going to roll them up and back. Big shoulder rolls. Good. Roll them forwards. And we'll bring the feet back together. And we're gonna come through another little moon pose, but we're gonna add the legs this time. So remember, hands came to our heart, pressing them together, we send them up. We're gonna side bend to the left, and as we do, we're gonna cross the right foot over the left. This just gets an even deeper stretch into the side. Good, back to center, swap the legs out. Side bend to the other side and cross the other leg in front. Good, back to center. Cross the arms all the way out and away. Beautiful. All right. Let's move into triangle pose while we're standing. So triangle pose, I'm gonna start with my left side. So my left toes are pointed towards the front of my mat. My right foot is lined up parallel to the back of the mat. So left toes point to the top, right toes are pointed forward towards the camera. I'm going to draw the arms up and I'm going to hinge the left hip over the left leg. Then we tip down, come to where you're comfortable, shin, ankle, mat, foot, block if you have your yoga block. Breathe. You're in your triangle. Press down into both feet equally as you draw yourself back up. Let's reverse triangle it by sending the arm overhead. You can take your gaze up to the fingertips. The right arm slides down leg. And then gently release. All right, we're gonna swap the feet out. So left toes face forward, right toes turn to the top of the mat. We draw the arms up. We hinge forward over that right foot. We tip down, shin, ankle, yoga mat, foot, or your block. Awesome. When you're ready, pressing through the feet, draw yourself up and reverse triangle, tip yourself back. Good. Release from there. Awesome work. I'm going to bring my right toes back to face forward. So now both toes are facing the front of the mat, and we're going to toe heel in our feet. So heel, toes, heels, toes. We bring ourselves back together. Awesome. I'm going to turn sideways for the next exercise just so you can see me a little bit better. Bringing my hands to my hips. I'm going to draw the right foot back, and we're going to do some toe taps. So what this is doing is engaging the glute muscle. So we're just lifting that leg, tapping the toe down. Perfect. From there, we're going to draw that right knee all the way up into a little Karate Kid type pose. Right angle with the foot. Pull that belly in. Balancing here. And then release it down. Give the legs a little shake if you need to. And we'll do those toe taps on the left side. So hands back on the hips, drawing the left foot back. And then just tapping as we lift and engage the glute. And when you're ready, draw it all the way through, hold, breathe, pull the belly in, support the spine. And then release back down, shake out or rotate through the ankles. Good. Awesome. We're going to continue on with that by taking the right foot again. So switching back to the right side. And we're going to take the right foot into the right hand. So we've come into another balancing pose. And with the left hand, we're just going to draw it up to the sky. So we're getting a little quad stretch here. And at the same time, working on some balancing. You're going to always use a wall if you want a little extra support, or a chair, so that left hand can find support instead of taking it up to the sky. You want to focus your eyes on something that's not moving in front of you. So maybe a spot on the floor or the opposite wall. Play with it. When you need a break, come down and then come back up when you're ready. Beautiful. And then release. Shake those legs out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So just remember to listen to yourself. If you need the use of the wall or you need the use of a chair, that's what that free hand is for. So drawing the left side up this time into the left hand, finding your spot to focus on. And then when you're ready, drawing up the right hand. You don't feel that stretch in the quad, give that left foot a little more of a squeeze. and then coming down when you need to and taking that break. All right, let's take a little break from the balancing and let's come back into the huddle and just release the back and the hips. So another little shoulder dip here. Perfect. Come back to the center. We're going to bring the hands back to the hips, but with our wide legs again. We're going to hinge forward. Pull the belly up towards the spine. Hold here. Nice stretch for the back of the legs. Nice support for the back. And then I want you to drop the hands down to your yoga mat. We're going to place the left hand in the middle and draw the right hand up to the sky. Right hand replaces left, left hand up to the sky. Left replaces right. Remember, follow your hand with your gaze. One last time, right replaces left. Peel it up. Awesome, both hands back to the mat. Walk the hands to the right foot and hold. Walk the hands to the other side and hold. Walk the hands to the center, soften the knees, tuck the chin, roll yourself up to standing, all the way up. Bring the shoulders right up to the ears, roll them back down. Big shoulder roll. Beautiful. All right, so toes and feet are wide. We're gonna heel toe them back again. So toes, heels, back, hip width apart. And we're gonna come back to our balancing and play a little more. So remember, eyes find something to focus on. Rooting down through the foot that is not lifted. I'm gonna start on my right. I'm gonna draw that foot into the hand. Left hand is free for support against the wall or the chair. Or we're gonna draw it forward into dancer pose. Keep those eyes locked on something as we draw the right foot up and back. The belly button comes in and the left hand goes forward to balance ourselves out. Nice and slowly. Release yourself out of your dancer. Shake your legs out. Prepare for the other side. I'm on all this flagstone, so everything's uneven where I stand. All right, so find your focus spot. Plant down with the other foot. Draw the left up into the hands this time. Soften that knee that's planted and slowly stretch out into your dancer. Again, this hand can be using a wall or a chair. You certainly don't have to come as far forward as I am. You can always do a dancer modified like this. You do you. It's a time to explore and to play. Have some fun. And then come out. And we'll make some circles with the feet. And dark clouds just rolled in really quick. Awesome. Coming back down into our huddle one more time to keep that back nice and released, nice and stretched out. Sometimes when we're doing those balancing poses, we tend to tense up. So we want to make sure that, especially the lower back, that we stretch it out. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to lower down now, all the way into a little squat. So everyone's squats will look different. If this is where you are in your squat, just using your elbows on your knees, that's fine. And bring your hands down and take the heels up off the mat. So we're kind of in a bit of a froggy squat. Or you can come down flat-footed. So you kind of sink your tailbone down. Palms can then come to heart center. This is yogi squat. Great stretch for those hip flexors. You can see the dark cloud rolling behind me through the camera. So we'll just find some stillness here. If the squat totally isn't working for you, just come down to a seated, wide-legged sit or cross-legged. Wherever you are, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze. Find your breath. Knowing that where you are now is exactly where you need to be. You owe yourself this time. For you, for whatever reasons that you have to come to your mat today, that those reasons are enough, and that you just deserve this time to put towards your well-being. So I've released myself out of my squat. I'm coming down into lotus pose. I'm going to draw my hands to my heart and just let the chin drop down to the chest. Inhaling the arms all the way up, just like we did in the beginning, standing. And then this time taking a little twist as opposed to our moon. Sending one hand to the opposite knee and taking the gaze behind you. Releasing back to center, drawing the palms back together, bowing the head. And then inhaling the arms up. And exhaling them to your twist. We'll release back to center one last time. And we'll just let the hands rest, either palms up or palms down. Closing the eyes or lowering the gaze for a few more final breaths together. Thank you everyone for joining me today. I'll close off as I bring the thumbs to the heart And I say to you all, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be whole. Namaste, yogis.